Yeah, welcome to Chance Fox Media Podcast, where we discuss little stories, leadership, businesses, and ideas that are shaping our future. I'm your host, Chance Kalia. So today is the 30th June, everywhere. It's 30th June. It's a day um, that huge protest was organized that are going to happen today here in South Africa. Yeah, it was the post protest for nationwide. Yeah. So while we are here, I'm talking here. These protests are happening. Yeah, these protests are happening outside. So I just wanted to explain the day. Uh, Today how South Africa is, especially where I am, the side where I am. Mostly here in Port Elizabeth, mostly, uh, it's quiet, especially once it comes in town. Yeah, people are demonstrating, but most of areas this side is quiet, you know. But in township, people are doing their protest just to see. Based on the videos that I've watched, there's no violence. I can see even the person who was recording that video is actually a foreigner. Uh, he's a Zimbabwean, the one who was recording that video. I recognize him by his voice and the language that he was speaking. So it shows that protests are there that are also happening in front of other foreign nations, but they're not being harmed, right? But protests are happening this side, PE, Quebec, as they call. Yeah, so it was really a huge, intimidated day. Um, Most of us, yeah, it was giving us a lot of stress. So we don't know how it will end. According to this side, mostly to say about this side where I'm living. Yeah, they also talk about this protest. They also support all this kind of much anti illegal immigrants, you know, illegal immigrants or undocumented. Yeah, they also support it. But even if they are supporting it, the good thing of this of these people, this side, the Nkosa people, um, they're not going to the streets. They're not doing it to the streets. They're not taking it for violence. You see, so if we can look on the good side as well, this side where I am, these are good people. You know, as we said most of the time that not every South African is evil, or not every South African, yeah, is bad or is xenophobic. There are good tribes in this country that they don't support hatred. You know, they know how to live with everyone, even though because of the communities have been shaped with the same community, even though they can have that spirit, but it doesn't turn them like to a monster. You know, you can say, yeah, with these foreigners, they have to go. I'm a whatsoever. They can say all that things, but it doesn't. turn them to start seeing another human like he's a trash, like he doesn't need to live, you know, just because he's illegal, is undocumented. So, especially where I am here, it doesn't reach on that level. So, only Johannesburg, it's too much right now in Johannesburg. I've not yet received too much reports from that side, but just to see once I'm talking about reports, I mean bad, like bad news, you know. But there's a massive protest. People that have really come in numbers. People that will come in numbers are too much. The whole streets of Johannesburg is full. It's full. Yeah. Maybe there's only another video. I don't know if that video is from Durban or still in Johannesburg. I say police they were shooting tear gas towards the protesters. You know, they were shooting tear gas toward the protesters. Yeah. So far I can say their demonstration, they are going peacefully. They are not they are not too much violent. Yeah, because as these people that are protesting, they cannot just pass without doing something that you know. Yeah. So if all some of those small violence that are happening, it means people are getting affected. But for people to get attraction, they only get attraction once like something is very huge. You know, like if there's mass killing openly, like they have been doing previously. But I think this time around, um, the risk have been minimized too much. They have been minimized. We don't know what comes on their mind. Maybe because of this refusal of this kind of action through social media, because social media contributes a lot. You know, yeah. Maybe they understood that yeah, it's bad, you know, but you have to do it. They have to do it. The good thing of most of South Africans, they listen and they understand. You know, most of them, they listen, they understand. But even if there are a lot of people who can listen, a small number of people can demolish everything. Even one person can demolish the whole good reputation of someone. You see, yeah, because if you ever have a chance to speak to these good South African, they're very beautiful people, you know, very nice one. You can see that these people they have human. Those are good people. But if you find the bad one, because here in South Africa, there's only good and bad. Good and bad. If you are not good, it means you are bad. You will not even understand it. Whether someone explains anything to you, it's always going to be bad. Such kind of people are here. See, such kind of people are here. You know, it's good that most of the African voice on social media have been hid. You know, we understand. We understand. Um, the problem that South African uh, they are having right now of too much illegal immigrants or too much migrants in the country. All those kind of things we can understand. We have to understand. The only thing that we oppose is violence and the target. You know, if all these kind of protests were happening and they were heading toward the government institution, those governments that are providing services to control maybe this kind of migration, we could not even come here and start discussing this. Actually, we could see South Africa as one of the very well uh, demo, democratic country where we can also learn, you know. But because once they're protesting, they start targeting wrong people, even though they're undocumented, but just to target them. You are not solving a problem. You are not solving a problem because for that guy to be documented, it means you have to go to this government institution. So if this government institution then that they are unable to provide the services, what do this person do? There's nothing, you know, except if the person is refusing that, no, me, I can't be undocumented. I don't want to be documented. Then that is another scenario, you know. But most of us here, we are documented and we go the process that we are going, you find that some of these institutions, they just see you are a foreigner and they don't even want to give you that service. So you can see the problem is not the person, is the institution. You see. Yeah. So on this kind of things also, we can learn a lot. We can learn a lot. The one thing that we can learn from this protest or this kind of South African behavior, we can learn that it is good to be patriotic and to protect your country. It's very, very important. So the spirit that South African have for their country, to protect their country, is much, much welcomed. This is the kind of citizen that you need to have in your country. You know, this is the kind of the spirit, because this kind of spirit, it shows that now even if you are poor, you have to stand up together. You know that this job is not for one person, it's for all of us. It's a responsibility for all of us to rise and fight this problem that we're having, not being divided, right? So once it comes to maybe to try to solve these circumstances, this kind of patriotism is necessary. You know, the only thing that we all pause on this kind of patriotism is going beyond the limit, because the only thing that is affecting or is making people to oppose South Africa is that they accuse foreign nation for crimes, the undocumented. They say they're illegal immigrants. It means they're breaking the law, right? So instead of the instead of the government to work and solve all these problems that the country is facing, you find that people, they start taking the law on their hand. You know, say that because these governments are not doing it, then me, I'm going to do it. You see, so you become like the same illegal immigrant that you are saying is breaking the law. You start breaking the law because you are not authorized to. You are not a law enforcement. You know, you are not a law officer actually. So it means you do not have an authority to say that you are illegal immigrant. You don't have a document, and because of that, I will kill you. Those are the only thing that we are opposing. Those are not just things that we oppose. Those are evil things that cannot be tolerated, even to be allowed. You see. So if it was the government or a police officer who is doing that, you see there's no problem. But you show that because our government is not doing anything, then this law is on our hand. Yeah, that's something like that is very, very unacceptable. This kind of behavior, it can plant something that you never expect, you know, especially once it comes to violence. It's something that is very, very sensitive, very, very sensitive, you know, because the only thing that can worry is worrying me is like, let's say you are dealing with those people, and those people, they also decided to stand and fighting back. It's going to be chaos. There will be too much killing. There will be blood. And no, the one who is going to be responsible for that is the country. You know, there will be too much killing. So some most of us, we know that. That's why you see that even these people, we know that they're not officers, they're not police. If they're coming, well, show me your document. We just answer them politely, you know, just for the sake of peace. You see? And once you answer them politely, is when they get this too much energy, like they're very strong. You know, these people are scared of us. It's not about the scared of you. It's just about a mutual respect. It's about peace. We understand that maybe if I can if I can refuse based on the way he approaches me, it can disturb me. Not only me, even him. But do I need to be disturbed? The answer is no. So if I don't want to be distracted, then let me just answer politely. See? Yeah. So South Africa has been cleaned up. South Africa has been cleaned up. Most people have gone home. Most people have gone home. A lot have gone home. A lot. So the only thing that I can say on that is that we have to understand, right? The time we were coming here in South Africa, some of us, yes, surely we were coming illegally. This is the honest. We were coming illegally. Not like we were coming illegally. We were coming here in South Africa to work. But the entrance, the reason for entering the country was illegal. Because we didn't say the truth while we were entering the country. This is the main point. We didn't say the truth while we were entering this country. We know that myself, I'm going to South Africa for work, right? But while we are entering here, you are entering here as a visitor. You know that I'm a visitor. I will just come to do this, and go back home. But the moment they allowed you, you stay here for good because you have your own plans that I'm coming here for work. And just for work, to work for a few years and go back home, not to come and stay here permanently. You see, if you listen to our previous video, we said once you reach in a foreign country, on this developed country like South Africa, most of us we get comfortable. We get so much comfortable that we even reach that level of forgetting doing our plans. You see, so because of that, it makes us to keep on staying in the country, staying in the country, staying in the country. As years keep on going, keep on going, keep on going. So once this kind of things comes, maybe it finds you that you are not yet ready, just like me. It finds you that you are not ready to go. Now you become reluctant now. Like, hey, now you get forced to go back home. You know, but your plan was, yes, was not for you to stay in this country permanently. But you have your own days that, wow, I will go home. I will go home. I will go home. I will go home. You see? So yeah. Like for those one who have gone home, you people have too much skills, to be honest. And our country, Malawi, needed those skills. We really, really needed those skills. You know? So establish yourself there with the same skills that you are doing here in South Africa. Establish yourself with the same skills. You know. Now it's time for you to remove the mindset of depending on someone. You know, you were having your skills here in South Africa, but you are employee. Actually, your boss, he was using your skills to make money. Right now, we have been chased away. The same energy that you were using when your boss was telling you to do this, use the same energy to do it on your own. You are going to be getting more money than the man that you are getting monthly, while your boss was forcing you. If the same energy you'll be doing it yourself, you'll be earning more money. Use the same. All these activities that you know you were doing here in South Africa, that it was giving you some meals. You can do the same activity there in the country and you still get money. The only problem that most people do is that they have some skills, you know. Let's say because the business just starting is not yet organized, uh, you are getting money. Once you get that money, you say like, this money is too small, you know. Then let me just use this money, then I'll work again until I have reached that level of being organized. Then I'll be making good money that I can start keeping. This is the problem. This is the problem that you are having. I can tell you, those small money that you are getting, that is the money that we are earning. And those small money that you are earning, those are the money that is gonna make you to start being organized. So because most of you say, if I start doing that activity, I was working to my boss, he was paying me this amount. Just calculate, just calculate. That let me start doing this like this on daily basis. Let's say if I start making this kind of money and I'm keeping it aside, or I'm taking some for use and I'm keeping aside. Just calculate for the whole month. and start keeping it for the whole month and compare the money that your boss was giving you while we were here in South Africa and the money that you start making yourself that you are keeping. If you see if there is a very big difference, you will see that there's no difference. You might be even making more than the one that you are getting, the one that you are receiving. My jobs allows me to make small money, and that small money, if I can be getting that small money on every hour that I make, or on every job that I did, if I can start keeping it for myself, or if I can just be receiving it, I'll see like this money is too small. You know, I will not even sustain it to stay on this. Yeah, this one is too small. Why am I even getting this? I'll quit immediately. But guess what? Same amount is just being kept. At the end of the week, I get that money. See, it's too much. Then I feel like, yeah, I'm getting paid well. But how did that money reach on that? It was small. That small. If you receive it, you feel like, what is this? What is this now? But because it was small, it's just being piling there, piling. At the end of the week, you just give yourself a deadline that I will start doing this. I will make sure this money that I'll be making every day, I'm not going to be taking anything, or I'll be only taking this or 100 grand or any amount that you would like. The rest I will not be touching. I will touch the whole amount maybe after 1 week or after 2 weeks or at the month end. But every small money that I'll be getting from this thing that I'm going to be doing, I will not be touching. Try it. You are going to shock yourself. You are going to shock yourself. Too much money doesn't come uh, at once. It's a it's a multiplication of the small money that you are getting. This is how you can make. This is how you get too much money. You know these people. You have been here in South Africa. This kind of thing that I'm talking about, it also applies here in South Africa. You can see that every hour, every day you are going to work, your boss is telling you, sign here. What hour did you come? You lied. You see, while we are knocking out, going home. They also tell you what hour did you finish. They calculate all those time, and they pay you based on the time. You see, the time that you have spent there. So, why don't you just do it to yourself as well? You find it's going to be profitable if you can do that. You see, so yeah, all these things that is happening here in South Africa, it has a very big negative impact. Very big negative impact. Every foreigner who have suffered this here in South Africa, we never know. Some of these people that have been here in South Africa that have gone back home. We never know. Some of these people are going to be the leaders of that country. They'll become member of parliaments. You know. So all these problems that they're facing right now, they might retaliate 10 years later. Like me, I joke with one of my friends. He's a South African friend. He was talking, I'm a humble, you know, because he's one of these guys who support as well. This Amahamba. He's very serious, you know. He actually started me. I do not talk this kind of um, topics with my fellow South African friends or brothers. I do not because it's a very very sensitive topics. You see, so you know that this one is a South African is already on South African side, and me I'm a foreigner. I'm already on foreigner side. Not like I'm already on foreigner side, no, but what what is actually happening is against the foreign. So it means me I have to be protective, but himself also have to be defensive. You see, to support his uh like what he wants, support his points. So if you start you engage yourself with this kind of argument, you find that you never get any answer there. At the end, it becomes an empty, useless conversation. You see. So, but this brother of mine, actually, once they see me, they see me like I'm very defensive. You see, they see me like I'm very, very defensive. So, because they know that I'm very, very defensive, you find that they do come with their points. They know that this point, if I'm going to talk to Mr. Chance, I know we're going to have a conversation there. Do you understand? They know that. So they just come with, even if they want to hear something, maybe they're missing, they want to learn something, they can come in this kind of trick, like if they want to make argument. But me, I do know that this one, you want to learn something, you know, and this one, yeah, he really doesn't know. I do know, but I just receive it. You see, even if they know that there's something that me I need to comment, but I don't comment, they will try a way on how they can get me to comment. So it happened like this. I'm a Malawian. So you see, there was this incident that Malawians were having there in Shahood Dabe. You see, you see that there was a small crash between those Malawian and police. So most of these guys, South Africans, they were wishing me like to comment, if I can. They wanted me to comment, but myself, I was just trying to avoid all this. I don't want, you know, because me, the whole this thing of Amahambe, I see like it's something that I don't like it, you know, because I can literally see that they're pressing, that they're targeting the long people, they're leaving the people, act, they're leaving where they need to, they're supposed to go, they're turning a blind eye and target people who cannot even solve their problem. You can say that, yeah, if they leave, then the problem has been solved. So I was just cool. Then 2 days later, I see them. They show the sign like me. I can comment, but I just pretend like I don't know anything. You know. Then the guy started. Did you see that Malawian? Why are these Malawian now fighting with police now? Why is this Malawian fighting with police? I'm not the only Malawian at work. So I just pretend because he mentioned Malawi. But I know that question is coming to me. But I also pretended like it's not for me. So that he can come directly and mention me. Not just to get it to not just for him he want to talk to me, but he's talking indirectly and he want me to answer that. I don't do that. So you have to mention me. Like, is this chance? Yeah, this, you know. So the brother did that. After he asked the question, he found that no one is answering. Then he just say, Mr. Chance, why is this Malawian doing this now? I see they were fighting with police. They were doing this to police. Then I say, what are you expecting? Hmm? What are you expecting, brother? Let us be honest. Of course, you people are fighting illegal immigrants, right? This is your this is your slogan right now. But you also have to understand that those people that you are fighting, those people are human, just like you. You see, the pain that you are feeling, they also feel it, just like you. Imagine, imagine someone is oppressing you. Someone he takes you out of his house, out of the house where you are staying. You are not even staying for free. You were paying rent for you to stay there. With this winter, because now we are winter time. Of course, it's not too much cold, but it's winter time. Outside is cold. You can see that's why me I'm wearing like this. Someone forced you to sleep outside, where the weather is very bad. That even you cannot sleep. They force you to sleep outside. While we are outside there, they start coming again, oppressing you there. While you already decided to go. Those Malawians, they already decided that we are going home. We are going home. But you see those people, they keep following them, keep on pressing them. What were you expecting? Do you think those people they can fold hands? Because just to put them outside their own coordinates, they already lose their hearts. Because they're being ill-treated like animals. And you keep even your own animal. You cannot keep on poking that. If you are a dog, you cannot keep on poking your dog, because you know this is my dog. Here I can do whatever I want. You find that that dog, it will turn against you. This is what happened. You people, you put those people in problems. They're struggling. They're sleeping outside. You know, and they have already told you that we are going home. You also you want them to go home, but why are you still forcing those people, oppressing them? That's why those people they start fighting back. You know, there's this brother, hey, say yeah, they have to go, but you also have to understand that what we are doing is it's not right. You know, it's not right. There's nothing that is right here. There's nothing that is right. So we have some. Hey, we talk that conversation like some arguments, some jokes, something like that. Then I said, you know what? Right now, those people, you people have given me a reason. You have given me a reason. One day, once I go back home, I'll become a politician. I'll become a politician. And once I become a politician, we are going to revenge all this. We are going to revenge it. Because now, you see, now we don't have any option. We don't have any power. You know, you people, you have power most because you are in your country. Right now, there's nothing that we can do. But in 10 years coming, you are going to revenge. You have given me a reason to become a politician. And once I become a politician, so if you become a politician, it's going to be your own personal benefit. I said, yeah, it's going to be my personal benefit. But you know, once I become a politician, you know what I'm going to do? I'll start making policies that is going to be against South Africa. You know? But the guy, because he's too much immature, you know, he's someone who is have a short sight. He doesn't really see if you speak something, he doesn't really see on how this thing can happen, you know. So he said, how? So what can Malawi do to South Africa? You know, so you can see someone is dragging a lot of knowledge. So you see, like Malawi is useless to South Africa. Malawi doesn't have any impact to South Africa. So someone like that, you can see that he doesn't have any impact. He doesn't know the impact. He doesn't know how economy works. He doesn't know how these things of government, or he doesn't know anything. You know, and most of those people, that's the ones that say, "I'm a humble, I'm a humble." They don't have anything. They don't know anything. How economy works, how government works. They don't know anything. And those are the people that are too much here in South Africa. So do you think someone like that can solve a problem, or can you see that there's a problem? No. And those are the people that are marching, marching. They're destroying the reputation of those good South Africans, those educated South Africans. You see, because he doesn't see that what I'm doing is wrong. The only thing that he sees is only seeing for now. He doesn't know what can comes next. He doesn't know. You know, that's why they're doing all this kind of match. Because incidents like this has been happening on this world many times. So, you know, we we learn by mistakes. History is there to teach us so that we mustn't repeat the same mistakes. So if you see history is being repeated, that is not the mistake of history, it's the mistake of education and understanding of the whole thing. Because if you understand that if I take this, I do this, is going to lead us to this, you will not be there. But if you are not educated, you don't understand, you can't even reason properly. Do you think you can reach that level? It's impossible. You know? Yeah. So that's it. This is 30th June. We were praying for this to be peaceful like this. We thank God it has been peaceful like this. Of course, what's the time now? Right now it's 6 minutes to 4. 6 minutes to 4. Here in Port Elizabeth, it's peaceful. Maybe if there's some casualties, then I'll hear it tomorrow. Otherwise, myself, I've just been locking myself inside my house. Mostly, every time where people are demonstrating, I don't go. Whether it's there in Malawi, I don't get involved in such kind of things. I make sure I stay away from that. Whether it's a peaceful demonstration, I don't know. I don't trust anything that is about demonstrating or protesting. Anything can happen and you can be the victim there. You start asking yourself, why did I come? It's very, very important to avoid. It's better for me to stay home, read my Bible, do this podcast. Yeah, it saves a lot. You know, they say prevention is better than cure. So I have prevented it. I've not even gone to work. Not like I'm a coward. I'm a responsible man. I know what I need. You know? Yeah, I know the responsibility that I'm carrying. I know how many people are relying on me. So because of that, I have to look after myself. Because even if God is protecting me, but if I don't look after myself, you will find that God is going to be unable. Because it also requires my my participation for me to be safe. Just because God is protecting me, then I have to be so, like, without even no thinking, very unsafe at doing something that you know already is going to it's gonna take you to a bad situation, even get injured. You don't need to do that. You have to be protective. Protect yourself. Prevent. Very, very important. I prevent myself. I stay indoor. I stay indoor. If it was really mean for me to be killed on this protest, then let it find me at home. Not otherwise following it. You know that it's happening there. Then yourself you put your head. You know that those people that are looking someone like you, they want to injure someone like you, and you yourself you are putting your face. You have to be protective. So yeah, we have learned a lot. We have learned a lot. The only thing that I want people to learn, everyone to learn from this kind of demonstration, I just want people to learn how to love their country. Love your country like this South Africans they do. Protect your country without violence. Because this is the main thing that we're opposing South Africa. We're not opposing South Africa for being too patriotic. No. We're only opposing South Africa for violence, killing. That's the only thing we oppose. But so far, their their ideology for all these things are reasonable, and are reasonable to again to demonstrate. The government allows people to protest, and the government allows people to protest towards the government, not toward another person, not people to people. That will cause civil war, but people to government. That's the only thing that is allowed. So they have also teaches us on how we need to develop our country, because according one of their leaders, their much leader, he said, ah, go to your developed country. They're insulting us. Our country are really underdeveloped. This is the honest thing. We mustn't get angry. Our country are not developed. The leaders that we have, they are too corrupt. You know, we these are the leaders that we have. They don't see this that this thing might happen. They don't see it. That's why they're doing corruption. If they were able to see that if we are doing this corruption, our people are going to suffer like this kind of suffering, if they were able to see it, you will not see anyone doing corruption at maximum. All of us right now, all of this continent now, South African continent, we have to use this as a slogan that you see what? Let us develop our country. If we are not going to develop our country, then us we are going to be killed, we are going to be tortured, we are going to be enslaved. Because same thing that is happening right now, we can compare it to a slave trade. Slave trade was happening like this. Why slave trade? Why they were buying Africans? Because Africans they were very poor. They know these people are poor, they can't do anything. That's why they were killing us, throwing us in the ocean, throwing us on their animals, lion to eat us. All these kind of things. They were doing that because they know we cannot retaliate. We don't have any resources. This is what is happening here in South Africa. South Africans know that even these people we do all this kind, they were not gonna do anything. On top of that, they will just come back. That's why we're mocking them. That's why they're useless. That's why they take us like we are from bush, uneducated, stupid monkey. Because we're undeveloped. But if we start working toward to develop ourselves, No one can do that. No one, no one can do that. You know already that if you do this, they are going to retaliate. You see. So we thank the government of South Africa for protecting us. You know, they deployed police everywhere, everywhere. They deployed police everywhere, and we also thank those people who organized this march, all this 30 June, all this protest. We thank them that they lead their followers in a good manner, especially for today, because there's no killing. Because their followers they listen to those leaders, so it means their leaders they stick that should no killing should be there. They listen, so we have to thank them. Otherwise, today it was a deadly day. We thank God. We thank South African government. All these efforts that they're putting is reasonable, but yeah, we know here in Africa we are all poor. We are poor. We have to forgive each other. We know that of course the resources that might not be enough, but we have to look on other people's situation as well on our side. It's not like you want to be coming here in SA just to be polluting the land. You know, like for me, I made my life here in South Africa. You know, this is something that you also South African you have to be proud of. You know, you have to be proud of this. You can see me that I made my life here in South Africa. You have to know that so our country is able to make someone's life. You know, it's something that you have to be proud. Of course, you can say that. Why should I be proud of? Is that thing is mine or what? You have to be very proud of. You know, something that you have to take it as a pride. I can guarantee you, if you come to my country, you are going there on your own. You say you are going to work there, and you don't get a job there in Malawi, and you start even failing to come back to South Africa, and your life become miserable there. Are you not going to complain? Are you not going to blame Malawi? But let's say you are there in Malawi, and Malawi have managed you to get rich, rich. Are you not going to be proud if you tell a Malawian that, hey, your country have made me rich? Do you think is it not going to be a pride for a Malawian? It's going to be a pride. But if you tell a Malawian that, I came in your country, I was rich, but look what your country has done to me. A Malawian will feel like, now you are insulting my country now. you know, see, you are becoming disrespectful. But if you say your country has made me rich, you feel like, oh, okay. Do you understand my point? So, yeah, South Africa is home, and me, I have my good friend. Oh, not too many. I don't have too many South African friends. I have only one. Yeah, only one. If I can say two, maybe one is a guy and the another one is a lady. Yeah, and I think recently I'm start building new friendship. I think this friendship is gonna take us far. Not just a this normal friendship. This is extraordinary friendship. The friendship um that is can materialize. Yeah, something that can help us to change our life. This is the kind of relationship, the friendship that is being built right now. So one day you see me, I'm taking too much South African back home just to help with the skills that we obtained here together, the skills that they have, their professionalism, and they help me to establish myself and themselves there in Malawi. You know, so we need the people like this. We need some good people like this, work, working together. All right. So, uh, yeah, let everyone who have provided today to be a peaceful day. May God bless you. Yeah, may God really, really bless you. All right. So, this was just an update about the 30th June. Today, 30th June. So far in peace, quiet. So, thank you so much for watching Chester Fox Media Podcast. Please subscribe, share, like, and stay connected. More videos like this one coming soon.